Check, 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 check. I really hope everything is alright here because I have not been testing this system in over, I'd say, 2 months. Alright, let me lower the volume of the music. The music should be yes. Okay, very well. I should be here. Good evening, everybody. You are right now in today's April 24th, 10 p.m. France time. My intention is to not to record, but to create, like, compose and produce a cinematic hard rock song, maybe metal song, in less than 2 hours. Not that time is an issue, but this is a song that I actually wrote several years ago, but I never liked we did the song, we recorded the song, but I never published it for a variety of different reasons, and I want to recreate it for my new album. So here's the plan. We have the ASIO here locked in. This should be Ashlight, and everything else linked to nothing. All right, so let's just get going. I'm going to disable the preview here so I don't be bothered with my own face. There we go. So the song is in 6/8. Right now it's in E minor. I'm thinking of maybe going D minor. Let's just see what happens. What I'm gonna do now first is I'm going to record the first, like, 2-3 lines of vocals, because the song does have, like, lyrics and everything, but it needs to probably change. I just need to find where I put the lyrics. Where did I put the lyrics? Here, and here. There we go. So I'm gonna put the lyrics on the other screen so I can see what's happening in Cubase. My microphone should be here. I'm not sure if you will hear my microphone right now. If you do, let me know. 1 2 1 2. Okay. I have to turn off the AC. And all right. This is probably a little too loud, but it's just recording. So let's just go. Maybe I go E flat. Sounds like heavier. We'll see. Oh, I broke my promise. I can't count. Hold on, I did not quantize this. I was actually thinking properly. Let's go. I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass. I threw the stones. You built this place. It's okay. I'm feeling I should lower the pitch here. I'm going to probably let's try E flat. I think E flat might be a better idea. Let's just go E flat this way. All right, let's go again. Vocals demo. Let's go again. All right. I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass, I threw the stones. Definitely, definitely, it should be lower than just E standard. All right, we have verse 1, I guess A for now. Let me just... I broke my promise. I'm just going to... Everything wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass. I threw the stones. All right, I am very happy with this now. So I need some. First of all, I need a huge impact sound in the beginning of the song. I want the moment the song starts, people lower their volumes. That is one of my intentions. So let's just go to my kit and see what I got. Here. I have this very crazy loop thing. Wasn't up here. All right, let's use this for now. So sad that this is 44.1. All right. Where does your thing? Perfect. All right. You, sir, need to be so much reverby and also a tiny bit compressed. Let's just use a basic compressor here. Maybe let's nuke it. Let's nuke it with a relatively high attack speed and a low release. So it hits like a truck, and then parallel compression, and then we just have to lower its volume. Here we go. I think I need a different reverb for this, a reverb that ends like next year. This is going to be the normal shimmer verb. I, on the other hand, need a second reverb here. Yeah, I want a big stereo and dual and dark. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, I like this more. Like, it needs to hit like a truck. I need some kind of a I broke my promise. You would imagine I should put a kick here, but I'm not going to. That kick thing, I'm gonna use it for a different purpose. I broke my promise. Gate. Everything's wrong. And everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong.
You built this place made of glass through the stones.
Let's just remove this for now. Okay. Now here, I need some kind of an annoying... I need something annoying here. Also, this needs to be E flat. MIDI modifier -1. Does this, hold on, does this have like a looping thing? Range sample? Yeah, I don't want you. I wish that that noise was more annoying. All right, let's keep on going. By the way, this is Ashlight. This is amazing. This is an amazing plugin. I like this. Ooh, I like this very much. Hold on.
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass through the stones.
Okay, what if... I think I'm going to bounce this. I'm just going to commit to this. Before, hold on, let me just... late Ozark. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to this noise 1 and work on it outside of its like VST format, because it needs to be far back. I can't even use language anymore. It needs to be back in your brain. It needs to be I want it to be annoying. I want annoyance right now. Promise. Down noise 1. Yes, please. Okay, you go away. So I want this. What do I have for this? Portal. It's too large. Portal. So sound design. Warm Redux, Murky Waters. Something like Brain Gone. What does Brain Gone do? Let's see. That is probably not what I want. Start here. The Great Slowness. Digital Tape Toys. It does something, but it's not what I want. No idea. Let's just run it through a reverb, like a reverence. Do I have reverence here? Revelation maybe is not a bad idea. So what do you have? Your room, all echo chamber. Do I have layer? Do we have layer still? Not on this PC. What can I use? What do you have that is like very, very, very weird? Eternity. I like that sound. Very well. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this and like take it down 25 dBs and then move it in from one ear to the other ear and back and forth from the beginning. Like this. Like this. All right. Let's just now listen to what's happening.
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything.
Okay, two observations immediately. I think it needs to be negative 20. And secondly, it needs to be still closer to, like, maybe it needs to be a little sharper. Like,
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass. I threw the stone.
Here is where the thing begins. Where the words. I don't know. I need like some kind of a weird patch synth plug thing happening here. That is not what I want. That is definitely not what I want. Modifier, let's go -1, thank you. Why is this an arpeggiated pluck? Yeah, this even needs to be slightly lower than this. Okay, let's just go.
I threw the stones.
Like this, you know? All right, I need to build this a tiny bit better. Let's go again.
I threw the stones.
It seems I am unable to play like a normal human being, so. I'm like, do you think I can hear the notes?
I threw the stones.
All right, let's go again.
I threw the stones.
One of them has to be okay, right?
Stones.
All right. Still, I'm not in love with the patch. All right, where is your cutoff and resonance? I have not used Serum in such a long time. I don't remember where anything. If I was a cutoff and a resonance. It needs to be in here. It needs to be drive. Oh, there we go. Hold on.
stones.
It seems I'm still far from the patch I want. Close, but that is closer to what I want.
Stones.
All right, I know I'm getting focused on unimportant things right now. Let's go here. I want to hear this first. Any kind of a filter situation.
Stones.
Okay. Now, more noise. I need more noise. I need more noise. Go here. All right, more noise. Interstellar. What is this? These are good sounds. I could use this in a different part of the lyrics. Let's go back to. No, I want noise. What do you have for my noise? These are just These are just loops. I respect you, but I don't want you right now. You know what would be a good noise? Hold on. You know what would be a good noise? I have this very interesting idea. I'm gonna take a high gain pickup guitar. This one. All right. And I'm going to record some actual feedback, some honest to God feedback, and loop it. Problem is, I don't know what the tuning of this guitar. I think we tuned this to drop C. Hold on. You give me this. This. I'm gonna turn off the gate. Okay. I think I need to hear the speakers for the noise to work, right? See, yeah, it needs to be near the speaker. So all I need right now, this needs to be E flat. I need to change the tuning of this specific string to E flat or D sharp. All right, good enough. That wasn't my intention, but okay. I am so sorry for your left ear right now. This was in the interest of science. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this and put it in the project. Feedback E flat. And then we shall happily go along. There we go. It's a feedback only in the left ear because I forgot to sum it down to. There we go. But it's okay because I'm going to mono it anyway. All right, this is gonna be monoed out now. Yes, please. All right, I'm gonna take this and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to add. I'm going to pitch it down. It seems that the cutting point, it's fine. It's okay. I'm going to cut it from here and move it from right, left, both reverb lines, and then lower its volume.
I broke my promise.
Okay, maybe like this. Maybe like this. Actually, let's keep it this way and sharper. As for volume, you need to be sharper as well. Hold on, there we go.
I broke my promise.
Oops, you need to be here. Sorry, my bad.
I broke my promise.
Maybe even a little bit of a tremolo action going here. I guess 160 be interesting for this.
I broke my promise.
You know, it would be interesting to have it 116 here and then go to 132 after the thing. Hold on.
I broke my promise.
Ooh, that is an interesting idea. But my idea is that this song needs to be very annoying. Extremely annoying.
I broke my promise. I broke my promise. Everything's wrong.
I have I need to warm this up a bit.
Promise.
All right, and now
Everything's wrong. I
I apologize for the next like several minutes.
broke my. I broke my. I broke my.
All right, we're good.
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise.
Here would be a good place for it again.
Burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong.
Okay, more noise, more noise. I need more noise right now. Was this flashlight? Yeah, perfect. All right, thank you, Lake Ozark. You know, I need some weird noises. It has potential, never heard. I like this very much. I still don't like this, by the way. Term thing. I know you're trying your best, but I feel like I have to make the patch myself. Do I have pigments? Hold on, hold on. I think I have Arturia here. Do I have pigments here? Pigments had a patch I loved very much. Come on, Arturia. Thank you. Not the welcome patch, but Ooh, this is good. See here, the character here.
Glass through the stones.
You know, it has a lot of character attached to it. Is there a way I could like disable the random notes? What is responsible for those notes? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let me just use it for now.
Glass through the stones. Stones.
Maybe here. Here. All the way to here. Commit. The arpeggio verse 1. I can't type. Right, now mute this. Put this here, we increase its volume so we hear what's going on. And you know the best solution here, right? It's gonna be a reverse situation here. Just to, and I want people to be annoyed. It could be here, probably.
Place made of glass through the stones.
Perfect. There's a little gem that I absolutely adore by the name of Timeless. Oh, brother, sister, this one is so weird. Long and Tapel, or maybe Synth Dreamy. What's, oh. What is happening right now? What? Perfect. And obviously we are going to link it to all our shimmers. And what else am I going to do here? I thought of something else to do here too, which I forgot first. It's fine.
Glass through the stones.
Oh, it was a shadow. Perfect. All we need is to lower its volume by 10 dB.
Glass through the stones.
Was a shadow. You were a star. Your light led us both into the dark. Into the dark. And then here, massive drums, massive kick. All right, all of y'all, you're going to be blue, or whatever this is called, teal. Okay. I have to think about guitars and drums, but before, you know what I feel like here? There's a. Do I have a guitar that is E flat? I do not. I have one in E standard. This one's an E standard. I can, I guess, down tune it half a step because it already has a tuner on it. I just restrung this guitar. All right. I was thinking of some dreamy guitar textures happening here. Back, I don't know, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, when I was a teacher back in my country, and I was teaching like Cubase and music production. The early version of this song, like the demo version of this song, was a favorite song for two of my students. They absolutely adored this song, and they were like, "Oh, why aren't you releasing this? Why aren't you releasing this?" I kept telling them, "The vibes, dears, the vibes are off." All right, some compression in the guitar, but you won't hear anything. I haven't really tracked them. All right, you two will be my dream guitar. Actually, I'm gonna go with one guitar. I'll be a little daring. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm wired that way. Clean, dreamy. I never understood why the groups go to Narnia. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. These two are here. You give me Petruch. If you want a guitar plugin that does something very weird, use this. And if you can buy it at like a discounted price, I'm pretty much I'm good to go. Why do I have a message on Twitch? I don't understand this. Hold on. Something wrong? No. Am I even live? I am. Am I live? On Twitch too? I am. Okay. Cool. What do you do? I mean, you can hear it, right? Maybe not the flange. All right.
Glass through the stones.
I was a shadow. You were a storm. Now let us both into the dark. Here is a big, like, massive kick and everything. Hold on. Let me record the vocals for this, so I know what I'm doing right now with my life. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I have to turn my guitar off so there's no extra noise. All right, let's just record this.
the stones. I was a shadow, you were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
It's gonna get loud here. This is a part that's gonna get super loud, like ridiculously loud. But we'll see. We'll get there.
I was a shadow, you were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
Hold on.
I was a shadow, you were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
I'm gonna record this. Let me just check the tuning because these are extremely new strings. All right, they seem to be good. Let's go.
I was a shadow, you were a star.
Wrong notes.
I was a shadow, you were a
No, it's correct.
I was a shadow.
I have to play 3 notes and I play them wrong.
I was a shadow, you were a star.
Nothing here.
Your light led us both
Nothing here.
into the dark, into the dark.
All right. I am committing. I am committing to this too. So just guitar, clean, dreamy, verse 1. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing is making me very happy right now. It's been almost an hour and I'm not even close. Although this one really doesn't have a chorus, but I'm not even halfway done with the song. It makes me very happy. It makes me extremely happy. All right.
I was a shadow.
What was going on? Hello? Why? What was going? What? Did I make a mistake in exporting? That was a very weird thing that what was going on. Okay, so you are now going to be here alongside other teal stuff.
I was a shadow, you were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
Let's do some fun stuff here. Pan, super pan. I want the super pan here and a super pan here.
Was a shadow, you were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
All right. So these are my, I need hard pans. You two are going to be my distortion guitars, it seems. So you will be red. And you will be distortion guitar. Once again, the group goes to Narnia. I don't understand why, but I'm not gonna question it. Give me Trivium Rhythm. Thank you very much. So you two are going to be my rhythm guitars. I'm going to need a guitar for monitoring purposes. What? Monitor. From input 2. That's where the guitar is. Mono 2. That is a distortion. You will be linked to distortion guitar. And naturally, I will need a drum thing too. Is unlinked. So you are going to be my drums. And I don't know which one I'm going to use for this. I'm going to use my trusted Crim drums. These ones. Make this to general MIDI so I know what I'm doing with my life. And then
Dark.
build my drums with real blue. We all agree that drums are real blue, right? And you will be here. So because I don't know what I'm going to play now, I'm just going to use one of your grooves. I believe you have, yeah, you do. I'm going to use you for now as we are developing ideas. And naturally, we'll be here too.
Into the dark.
Or we could go the like grunge route, and instead of power chords and everything, we could hold on.
the dark, into the dark.
Oh, I love the dissonance gameplay. Maybe I feel like this is too heavy. Maybe, hold on. Ooh, that is not in, I love this. I'll use you for now.
Dark, into the dark.
It would be a really interesting thing to just kill the song right now here. We'll see. Let me try this. Hold on.
Into the dark.
Pickup died. What? Let's try again.
Into the dark.
Dissonance for days, baby. Other ear.
Into the dark.
Is it enough of a slap in the face? I really hope so.
To the dark.
Alright, let's go from the beginning. No. No noodling. Let's just listen.
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass. I threw the stones. I was a shadow. You were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark.
like this. Want to set this up. There we go. Where's the lyric here? Hold on. 1/32 is too many. I found my respite. Here needs to have some kind of like a drum movement, but like underwater, or I don't know, some kind of a, what I'm looking for. Moody, lo-fi, you know, broken and everything. Oh, I'm sorry, minor. Like lo-fi kind of a thing happening here. I think that would make it very epic. I think. So we go back to the drawing board. What is this? Is my ashlight, right? You had one with drums. Was it this? Was it this? One of you had drums. I mean, hold on. We could go for pulses, steady and distorted. That would be better, right? Let's listen to this over the song. I don't hate you, but it changes what I'm looking for. You? Too fast. What can I do with this? Hold on. I want this to be pitched, this not to be pitched. I wish there was a way I could do it. Okay, I mean, we could do this, right? And we can turn this off. Let's use this. Hold on, let's use this for now. Okay, you three, go away. Be like this, like this, like this. Then we're gonna finish strong. And there's 4 here. It needs to be 4 here. Hold on, I made a mistake. There's 4 in between each of the steps. I like this very much. Now, all we need to do is to bring it a little higher in frequency. Does it have some kind of a pitch situation? It does. This is good. I can work with this. Now, no delay, no reverb. I will handle those. All right, this is going to be our next commitment. Boom, boom. Verse 2 drums. I'm naming these based on pure vibes. All right. Where did it go? Why is it what is going on here? Am I losing my mind, or is Cubase losing its mind? Yes, please. Yes, please. I have to look at it for it to work. Weird. All right, you, boom, boom, are going to be my friend, because I am going to decapitate the hell out of you. And then you will be sent to my timeless friend. At -10. -10. And no reverb. Just compress the crap out of you. Okay, now what we can do is, I believe I need you still here. So you come here too, in your own line. Okay, I need one more percussive element here. Let's go back to my, hold on, let's go back to my loops. Tag library, cymatics, interstellar, drum loop. These are all in 4. This would be good. This would be good. This would be good. We could use this. It was a shadow, right? I was a shadow. Shadow here. Negative 15. That's what happens. I was a shadow. You were a star. This is not the wrong line. I need you to be in your own wave line. Right, friend, you are here. All of these effects. You are going to be 6/8, and you are going to 5 bars. I may have needed 2 bars, and that would be 8 beats, right? What am I doing? 2 bars, 4 beats. And you are going to be in a different universe. Or one thing we can do is to turn off the music mode and just tremolo the crap out of you. And in my right ear, because not everything has to be time aligned. Not everything has to be like perfect time synced. All right, let me record the vocals here. All right, you on. Let's just do it. Thank you, 48 volts. Let's go here. I was a shadow. I was a shadow. You were a star. I'm reading wrong. I'm reading wrong. Oops. I found my respite near a tombstone. We looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. Am I able to sing without wrong notes? Yeah, wait. Okay, it's good. I found my respite near a tombstone. We looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. place to cower. Hands over ears and scream forever. Scream forever. I don't want to sing, it's like almost midnight, but then we go back to the metal stuff. So this.
Scream forever.
Okay. Now let's fix this.
I found my respite near a tombstone. We looked at the skies.
What is this? What is this? It's ashlight, right? I need colors. What am I? Oh god. My desktop. What is going on? What happened? Did I actually switch desktops? Okay.
Near a tombstone, we looked at the.
I need colors here. I exactly hear what I need to hear right now. I just need colors. Where's colors? Colors. And colors. Hello, there we go. Probably one of the heavier, or maybe one of the heaviest banks that I have on my stuff, on my music stuff. I will fix this. Can you stop, please? Thank you. Let's make this into E flat.
Respite.
I can exactly hear it. It's just a matter of making sure the tempo is correct. So you need to be 1/8 normal. Or maybe 1/8T. Or 1/4T because we don't have speed. Really 1/8T wasn't a horrible idea. Okay, let's go here.
Near it, I found my respite. Near a tombstone, we looked at the skies. Here was our home.
See, an E and F sharp is gonna be amazing here. Hold on.
At the skies,
Can I count?
we looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home.
All right, now, before I commit to this, I need to make sure there's no like reverb delay. Nothing is happening here. Equalizer. Noises, layer 1. Anything happening here? Motion. Because I'm going to be destroying the signals here. All right. Are you going to annoy me again? Export. So, ding ding, verse 2, piano, colors. Hour 21 minutes. All right, you, thank you. You, my dear sir, are going to be destroyed, so get ready. First off, all you and you are going to be here, and -5 minimum. Let's see.
We looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. A place to.
So it's still a little too high for my liking. Where is my trusty equalizer?
Looked.
First off, I don't need, hold on. Actually loop this. I don't need anything that's musical on the lows. Very annoying, very annoying. Whoa, no. You are going to be dynamic. You are going to be, because it has impact, dynamic too. Also, there we go. And -10 maybe.
We looked at the skies. Here was our home. At the skies.
Yes.
Here was our home. Here was our home. Skies. Here was our home.
Let's destroy this too. N.
Our home. Skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. Skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. Skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. Skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. Skies. We looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home. A place to cower. Hands over each.
Let's use this again here. Hold on. Where's my big boom? Where's my big boom?
A place to cower. Here was our home. Here was our home.
This could be a little lower in key and maybe even in volume.
Here was our home.
Oh, you know what? It's time. It's time for a big fat E distortion and then tremolo and then fade into nothingness. It is time for that. It is time for that moment, and it's time. Distortion. You guys are my distortions, right? Are you tuned? Easiest recording of the entire universe. Okay, let's go.
Here was our home, a place to cower, hands over ears, and scream forever. Scream for
All right, let's go again.
Here was our home, a place to cower, hands over ears, and scream forever.
Oh, this is sounding so good already. Please don't fall. I have my guitar on my lap. Okay. I shall export you to. You should go away. No processing, and then I will process the hell out of you. Big E disto verse tremolo. All right, you can be gone now because I have to process you.
Here was our home.
Those 1176 like compressors are just doing God's work right now for me. Okay, so you.
Here was our home.
Is there a way that I can? Is there a way that I can blend? Hold on. Hello. Can you sync it with the project? You need to be triplet. Triplet 1/8.
A place to cower, hands over ears, and scream forever. Our home, a place to cower, hands over ears, and scream for our home, a home, a place to cower, hands over ears, and scream for home, a place to cower, hands over ears. Hear what?
Okay. So, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things happening right now. I need to make sure that I'm hearing everything properly. So I'm gonna do this and this. Like nothing is happening that's valuable for us musically here before like 100 hertz. Just for the notes. Here we start hearing the note. It might be a little too thin. Yeah, this is good.
Overeat. Here was our home, a place to.
All right.
Here was our home, a place to cower. Hands over ears and scream forever. Our home, a place to cower. Hands over ears and scream forever. Scream forever.
Honestly, I think this would be a good place for me to take a break because I have ideas and I feel like I'm overwhelming myself. But so far, I'm extremely happy of where we are in this song.
I broke my promise. Everything's wrong. I burned everything down to the ground. You broke your promise. We were both wrong. You built this place made of glass. I threw the stones. I was a shadow. You were a star. Your light led us both into the dark, into the dark. I found my respite near a tombstone. We looked at the skies. Here was our home. Here was our home, a place to cower. Hands over ears and scream forever. Scream forever.
There are I have 5,000 ideas right now, but I feel like this is a good like jumping off point. I this was very good. It was a very good idea for me to record this because now I have records of where I was mentally when I made this song. This is the eighth song on my new record. this one is like a mind. It's going to mess with people's heads. This whole album. Can't wait for it. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon. Take care.